Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys making some time to check today's video out. It's always grateful for that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about a poll that Gerald Swindle conducted on his social media account, basically asking his fans and followers what they thought about watching Livescope forward-facing sonar events on television. And the results of that poll were startling, to say the least, and sort of reaffirms everything that I've been talking about here the last probably about 2 years on the channel. So we're going to get into that poll. I'm going to give you guys some commentary on what I think about the whole deal with that. And I think you're going to find it pretty interesting. But real quick, guys, I want to say something real quick about Gerald Swindle, because I've had a lot of people, ask me when I was going to comment on this. About over the past year, Gerald's been on quite a few podcasts bad-mouthing me for my position on being anti-forward-facing sonar, some other issues with format stuff. I don't really understand that, because I've never said a bad word about the guy. I fished around him for over 25 years. Top 150s, Bassmaster Classics, FLW. So a little disappointed in that. I mean, I've always, even though I've never known him real well, I've always liked him, thought he was funny. But I get it a little bit. Gerald is really opinionated. I'm opinionated too, and I think anytime that you have strong opinions on something like that, sometimes it may come out a little bit, little rough around the edges at sometimes. But regardless, I do appreciate people that voice your opinions, regardless, how that turns out there. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's awareness there. Okay, anyway, guys, Swindle did this poll, sort of an informal poll on his social media yesterday, or I guess it was today when I saw it. And he asked his followers, fans and followers, do they want to see, or do they like forward-facing sonar Livescope tournaments, or do they not like it? And guys, 72% of his fans said they don't want to see it. They don't like watching Livescope. They think it's boring. And 28% said they didn't really care one way or the other. Now, guys, this is a wake-up call like you have never seen before. If you saw the video I did earlier today, I'll put that link in the description. I'll also put Swindle's video in the description too. But if you saw the video I was talking about, this is right in line with what I've been saying. In fact, the poll that I did an informal poll last year. My poll was different. I had 87% of my viewers did not like Livescope. They thought it sucked. Only 13% of the viewers said that they liked it. But Swindle's demographic is probably a little bit different. They're probably a little younger, a little bit more tournament oriented. But for Swindle's audience to have a 72-28 split on, hating Livescope and forward-facing sonar, guys, Bassmaster and MLF, I'm telling you guys right now, I talked about this earlier, this ought to be a huge wake-up call. You guys better listen to these polls out here, and better listen to what everybody's telling you about forward-facing sonar, because your viewership is going to tank. And the problem, it's not a problem with it, but this is going to get it banned. If Bassmaster does not see this, and MLF does not see this and take action against it, they have got their heads in the sand with it. And here's the thing that's probably going to get it banned. It's like, from an angler perspective, we talked about in my video earlier today, the anglers are coming out against it. Professional anglers are finally having the balls to get up there and say, we don't like this, this is terrible. And what it does not, from an elite series angler's perspective or a Bass Pro Tier perspective, forward-facing sonar and Livescope does not allow an angler's talent to be showcased. It doesn't. All it does is allow the talent of being able to be a video gamer and deciphering Livescope to be showcased, because it has taken over such a dominance in the sport. There's nothing left. Once in a while, you'll get a tournament here and there where somebody's actually really bass fishing, but not very often. I mean, you got freaking Lake Okeechobee, which nobody would ever think in a million years Livescope would win Okeechobee. It did the first term of the year. I think it did every tournament of the year except for the Sabine River. So from that standpoint, angler talent cannot be showcased. The diversity and the hard work anglers put into developing their skills and, finding bass behavior and movement, seasonal patterns, and different techniques, perfections. It doesn't mean anything at all. The only thing that matters is if you can look at that damn Livescope and just go out there and roam around in open water all day. But here's what Bassmaster needs to understand. Well, first of all, before I get this, I want to say that the thing that's going to get it banned is probably just what I just said there, and the tank and viewership, which is not really for the right reason. The right reasons are for the fact that, you know, how it harms the future sustainability of our sport, you know, the fact that it robs the tradition of the sport, it takes away the intrinsic value, it creates income disparity, it takes away the mystery and magic of fishing, which once you do that, once you take away the unknown from fishing, you lose everything that fishing's about. But here is what Bass and MLF need to understand. If either one of them would take the lead and come out and say, guys, we've thought about this, we've listened to the anglers, starting in 2024, we are not going to allow Livescope or forward-facing sonar in events. Did they realize the PR home run that would be? It would be the biggest PR, just the biggest PR benefit and home run in the history of the sport. There would be the fans and the public and everybody in bass fishing, except for the 20% of the people that don't have any confidence in catching a bass unless they're looking at a Livescope. They would immediately relate to that and they would applaud that. The Bass and MLF, they got to stop being scared of these electronic companies, because the electronic companies, they can still make bank on down imaging, side imaging, GPS, 2D sonar. It's not going to kill them to back off on the forward-facing sonar for the sustainability of our sport. But if Bassmaster and MLF want to get a huge PR boost and just elevate the status of them in the minds of the anglers, this is what they need to do. And like I said, and it's just was funny this came out today because I just put my video out this morning on it. But things are changing quick, and all you guys out there, I've been talking about this for 2 years, and I have lost probably 10 to 15,000 YouTube subscribers because of my anti-Livescope stance. I hear all the time, Randy, you're just wasting time. You know, keep up with the times, you're going to get left behind. You're an old geezer, you're an old dinosaur, you're washed up, you hadn't won tournament forever. All you guys that say that, you know, check back with me this time next year, and I can tell you that I told you so. Because make no mistake about it, this is the right thing to do. This is the good fight. When you start making a stand, and that stand is based upon ethics and integrity and higher principles, which getting rid of forward-facing sonar is, as far as for the sport's sustainability and tradition, when you're fighting the good fight, you don't need to be scared of anything. And all you bass pros out there that are watching this, or if you want to forward it to a bass pro that you know, it's time for everybody to grow a pair and stand up against this stuff. And all you guys out there that use Livescope as a crutch, if you're 20 years old and you're one of those anglers that can afford to have $20,000 and $30,000 worth of electronics on your boat, don't allow that to undermine what bass fishing is. Because you're only hurting yourself. Get out there and find the intrinsic true value in fishing, and that comes within using your primal instinctual aspects of your being, getting back in tune with nature, understanding bass movement, behavior, and the personality of the bass, refining different techniques and mastering certain techniques. Don't get locked in to be a video game fishing, because it takes away everything about what is great in the sport of bass fishing. So anyway, I'll put the links in the description to Swindle's video out there. Like I said, I never really thought that I'd see it coming from Swindle, because he's been bad-mouthing me for a year on, you know, me being anti-Livescope and everything. But whatever it takes, man, I don't care. I just want, you know, what's best for the sport, and it sure in the hell will not Livescope and forward-facing sonar. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you.